so I'm gonna start day 1 of this running program, and I just wanted to show you my before video, but I literally only run to the bathroom and to the fridge. And this is gonna be running for purpose. I never run, ever. I hate running. Cardio is my least favorite thing to do in the whole wide world, but it'll actually probably help, so we'll see how this goes. Run. I did 60 seconds on and then 90 seconds walking. So I'm definitely feeling it. My heart rate was up at like 160, 170. So I don't know if that's good or if I'm just out of running shape, but I'm excited to do the other ones this week and see if it gets any easier or if it gets harder. It might be harder, honestly, because I'm probably gonna be sore after this. I didn't entirely follow the app. Like the first 2 runs, I think I ran through the jogs and the runs just to keep going. And then after I got tired of doing that, I walked when it said to walk and jogged when it said to jog, except that I thought the jogging got too slow. So I was like fastly running, like not sprinting, but running. Like I was running, and so I would do that. I would run for 2, so run through the jog and the walk for 2, and then only walk when it told me to walk after a while. I'm about to go on my second run of week 1. I'm feeling a little nervous because it looks like it's gonna rain, and a little nervous just to see how I do. It's been like 4 days now since I went on my first run, so I've been kind of putting off going on my second one, but I'm excited, so let's go. I just finished with my run. Week 1, run 3. I'm exhausted. It's like 90 degrees outside, so I'm like disgustingly sweaty, but it felt good. I'm like already starting to feel a little bit better during these runs after only 3 runs, so knock on wood, because I feel like that could easily go away by next week. I used to run cross country and track, but I dealt with shin splints a lot, like throughout my running career, so I haven't run consistently for the past like 5-ish years. But that's it for this update. I'm gonna take tomorrow off, stretch when I get home, roll out when I get home, and call it a day. I completed day 2 of running, and I officially hate Erin. So being a weightlifter does not mean running is easy. To all those people out there that say, "Oh, just because you lift weights means you should be really good at cardio," is a lie. I took almost every dang walk I could today. I'm like halfway through the run. I'm so worn out. It's so hot out today. I can do this. I got this. Positive mindset. The runs this week have been really freaking hard. It just ramped us up from doing at max 3 minutes of running at a time and then walking to that's like the minimum we're doing now. It's really loud out here because of all the cars, so we're gonna move it inside. Okay, that's better. Let me pull up what we've been doing this week. We're on week 4, so each run this week is a run where you alternate back and forth between 3-minute and 5-minute runs. And then in between each one, you take a walking break that's half the amount of time you were just running. Before this, we were going back and forth between jogging for 90 seconds and jogging for 3 minutes. And then each time after you run, you would get that full time to walk and recover. So like after the 3-minute run, you would walk for 3 minutes. So they like, this was a big jump from week 3 to week 4. I don't know if I'll be able to do it at this point, honestly. Like, I'm definitely feeling better about my running and feeling stronger, but like at the end of the run today, I had to like stop in the middle of the last 5-minute run and walk for a little bit because I was just like so hot. I'm excited for it at the same time. Like, obviously that's the whole point of this challenge, is to be able to run 3 miles straight. Wish me luck. We just completed week 4, day 2 of the Couch to 5K. We did good. Today was better. Running for 5 minutes straight sucks, but you know, I guess we're gonna have to run for 30 minutes straight anyways. But it's going good so far. I think what's helped me the most with this running is pickleball.
I noticed that I have better pace and endurance with staying up at the net. Otherwise, I hate running. My hips hurt, my shin splints are activating, my foot hurts. I hate running.
Started from the mud, now you see us going
Here's my workout for today. Jog 3/4 a mile, walk half a mile, jog 3/4 a mile. So that's the most running we've done so far. I'm scared.
Yeah. Started from the mud, now you see us going up. Numbers never lie, now you see us blowing up. People used to front, now you see them showing up.
I just got done with my run. I'm still out of breath, even though I just walked for 5 minutes, but that last 8 minutes was hard, I'm not gonna lie. The first 8 minutes felt great. I was like, wow! I'm so surprised I can run. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast. So I did the 8-minute run, then a 5-minute walk, and I was feeling really good. And then I did the last 8-minute run. It felt good for the first couple minutes, and then after that it was just, whoo, downhill on my energy from there. I felt really good when I finished it though. I didn't stop to walk at all, so I was super proud of myself. I'm chugging my liquid IV. I feel pretty good. I'm gonna head home and stretch, roll out, and start my day. I'm about to go do my first morning run, and I don't normally run in the mornings because I don't do well running before I've had coffee or some sort of energy drink or something. So we're gonna see how this goes, but today I'm gonna be doing 5-minute run, walk for 3 minutes, run for 5 minutes, walk for 3 minutes, run for 5 minutes. So that doesn't sound too bad. I've been struggling a little bit through week 4, but we'll see. Wish me luck.
I can't let them take my soul. Nah, nah, nah,
So running is for the birds, okay? Because I couldn't do it. I had to stop running the Couch to 5K around week 5 or 6, mostly due to injuries. Everything from my hips down was hurting constantly after probably around week 4. And I just made the conscious decision just to stop it. It's not worth the pain. People that run, all the more power to them, because I sure as hell cannot do it. I made it all the way to about week 5 or 6, I think. And really what stopped me was I was having foot pain, shin splints, my hips were killing me, my knees were killing me. I couldn't do it. Cardio is just not for me. My mom even said the other day, she's like, you don't really like the aerobic exercises. She's like, I don't know how you were going to do the running. It just seems so out of your norm. I'm like, you're telling me. But I gave it my best one too, and it is what it is.
So I went into the Couch to 5K challenge with hopes that I would easily and smoothly get back into running shape. I thought that I was in the clear for running. I thought that I had it all figured out and that this Couch to 5K challenge would be a piece of cake. You started off easy, like it really eased you into it, and it still felt hard because if you haven't run in a long time, like even running little bits of intervals with a bunch of walking, it's still gonna feel hard because running is hard. And I think that's the first misconception that I had going into this. And I thought that since I'd had experience running in the past, that this would be a piece of cake, and it was far from it. Like even on the first runs, although they were like theoretically easier runs, they were still really freaking hard because I was nowhere near in like cardio, aerobic, any sort of shape, and it's a completely different beast. Like you cannot go from just lifting to running distance and think that just because you're in shape already, it's gonna be easy, because it's not. Okay, so you're building up gradually like that the whole time with a lot of intervals. And then all of a sudden, come week 5, you're supposed to do a 2-mile run with no walking. If you're naturally a good runner or have been training, that might come easily to you, but for me it wasn't. And like the interval part of it came really naturally to me. It's really easy for me to be able to run if I know that I only have to run for like a minute or 2 and then I get to walk. But when I'm just straight running, as soon as I start to get tired at all, my running form goes out the window. And anyone who runs knows that that leads to injury and that leads to problems. I ended up having really bad back pain after week 6, I ended up getting, I think it was a pinched nerve for about 2 weeks. So I didn't end up finishing what it had planned out for me on the app because I couldn't. So I didn't finish. I stopped after week 6. That was the best decision. Well, there were those negatives of the challenge, and I wouldn't ever do it again in the way that I did it. I also experienced so many positives. It just made me realize how much I missed running and how big of a part of me it feels like it is that I just haven't been doing for so long. And now that my back is feeling better again, I'm going to slowly get back into it because it's just different than any other type of exercise, in my opinion. I've never felt the same like mental health benefits as I do from running. I feel such a decrease in any anxiety. Like, exercise in general helps, but like the only thing that has gotten my anxiety to a point where I like hardly notice it as much anymore is running. So if you struggle with anxiety, you know that like if you find something that alleviates it a lot, you are gonna want to keep doing it. It also helps so much to just be able to get outside, get in nature, get some vitamin D. Like, I know that sounds obvious or silly, but most other workouts I do at this point have been indoors at a gym, which is great in its own way, but just like getting outside and working out. Obviously there's a bunch of actual studies and everything on the benefits of getting outside, getting vitamin D, but like you just feel better. And we're not just meant to sit at a desk all day, which is what I do every day. And that's not natural. Like, that's not what we were built to do. The benefits I experience from running: I feel overall happier, calmer, less anxious. I feel more confident. I feel like if you can go run 3 miles, like, it just feels like you can take on anything in your day. Like, if you get that done with, even if you run a mile or a half mile, like, you still feel like, wow, like, I accomplished that. Like, I can take on whatever the rest of my day has for me. Start running in a way that works for you and not necessarily just try to follow an app or a running plan that you find online, because that might work for someone, but it might be absolutely terrible for you, kind of like it was for me. Take your time, go at your own pace. If you are doing one of the week's runs and it feels like just way too much for you, either take a break or just do less. Like, do what's actually gonna work for you and like slowly build up your running and your distance. If it takes you a year to be able to run a 5K, who cares? You're still getting out there, you're still running. You don't need to go at a certain pace to get the benefits from running, and you don't need to go a certain distance. I would definitely say before you start any sort of running or training program, talk to your doctor. Don't just take tips from the internet and apply them to you and assume it's gonna work, because everyone's different. It is an absolutely beautiful day outside in Tampa. It's been about 2-3 weeks since I had my back pain from running. It feels completely better now. I didn't want to let that cause me to completely stop running and give up on running just because I got hurt once. So I'm starting over again with Couch to 5K. I'm starting from week 3 because I already built up quite a bit of endurance. And then by the time that I get to week 4, week 5, that started to feel too hard, I'm just going to keep repeating the current week that I'm on until it feels easy and it feels like I'm ready to move to the next week. Let's go. All right, run is complete. Like I said, I just started again at week 3 and it felt really good. I didn't feel like I was dying at any point, or like my form was deteriorating or anything like that. So that's really what I'm looking for. But I still feel really good after the run. I still feel like I got the benefits from the run. My heart rate still got up into like the 170s. So that's honestly what's important. Eventually I will get to 5K or 3 miles or any future goals that I decide to get to at my own pace, and hopefully fingers crossed, knock on wood, avoid getting injured this time. So I'm feeling really good, feeling really excited. I'll make another video with an update in the future if I have one and let you guys know how it goes. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you have anything you want to see, drop it in the comments. And until next time, see you guys later.